it's July and hot outside where I'm at, but all the more reason to celebrate Summerween. So I have 30 spooky crochet patterns, and I've gathered free and paid patterns to celebrate with. And this is a great time of the year to start creating them because spooky season will be here before we know it. And over the past few years, I've also seen aliens included in Halloween decor, so I've added some of those kind of patterns too. So I've separated them into home decor, accessories, clothing, aliens, and Granny Squares and Appliqué. And if you want to check out any of the links to any of these patterns, you can head over to my blog, which is linked in the description box below. All right, let's get started. First is the Hanging Skeleton by Sharon Mann, and this pattern is free over on their website and measures 22 inches long. It's a pretty beginner-friendly pattern as the only special stitch is a single crochet 2 together to create it. And you start with the skull, then work the jaw, mouth, skull, eyes, nose, body, and arms and legs, then fill it with fiberfill and a little bit of light sewing to finish it all off. Next is the Spiderweb Afghan by Hirschner's, and it's a paid pattern and measures 54 inches in diameter. It's actually a crochet kit, so that's really important to note. And the kit also includes the yarn, a storage bag, needle, and label to personalize it. And it's rated intermediate level to make, and I love the color combo with the purple and green, but they also have one in black and white. Or make the Ghost Reading Wall Tapestry by Pink Poppy Patterns. It measures 17.5 by 11.75 inches, and it's more intermediate level, since you do need to be comfortable with the tapestry crochet method and reading a graph. This one's a paid pattern over on their website, and I love the colors that they chose with this one, but of course you can customize it to fit your space. And this would also be really cool to whip up and put in a little reading nook. I also liked this Ghostly Candy Bowl by Michelle Wilcox. It's a beginner-friendly pattern and free on the Yarnspirations website. It measures 10 inches in diameter by 9 inches tall, and the only special stitch is the single crochet 2 together. It's good to note that the bowl is made with 2 strands of yarn held together and worked in continuous spirals, which helps it to be even more sturdy and even. I also loved the little ghosts and the pumpkins, which are worked and then sewn on top to finish it off. Next is the Phantom Manor Overlay Blanket by Little Green Feather. The blanket measures 57 inches by 71 inches and includes split charts. It's more intermediate level to experienced because it does require you to be familiar with the overlay mosaic technique, and this one's a paid pattern over on their website. You could also make the Halloween Tree of Spookiness by Christina Mershon. This one is free on the Yarnspirations website, and the only special technique is the adjustable or magic ring, so it's definitely beginner friendly. To create it, you make the ghost ball, eyes, and mouth, then finish it off with a bit of fiberfill and light sewing, and this one would be just so fun to create and decorate a Halloween tree with. Or make the Spider Table Mat by Christina Mershon. It's free on the Yarnspirations website, and the special stitches are the beginner V-stitch, surface slip stitch, and V-stitch. It's 20 inches in diameter and rated easy, but I would say that it is a bit more confident beginner because you do need to be comfortable counting quite a bit and working in the round, as well as the other special stitches and techniques required to make it. I also like this Creepy Cutie Pillow by Yarnspirations, and it measures 16 by 14 inches. Special stitches are half double crochet in the back loop only, half double crochet 2 together, and working in the round. To create it, you start with the front, then work the back, roof, shingles, windows, then the roof, gussets, and door, then embroider with chain stitch and add the ghosts and pumpkins. I loved how detailed this one is, and it's a free pattern over on their website. Next is the Boo Mosaic by Rosina Plain, and it's a paid pattern on their website and is a 6-part crochet along. It's more intermediate level as it does require the overlay mosaic technique to make it, and it does include charts, written instructions, and helpful photos, as it's very comprehensive, which is also helpful. And I loved how detailed this one is as well, and it would just be so fun to play around with the colors on this one. The Mad About Boo Pillow by Loopy Lamb is also a great pattern, and it's free over on their website. It's more intermediate level to make and uses the intarsia technique. It's accessible to beginners though, with that single crochet and half double crochet technique being needed. It includes a color chart and written instructions and only uses basic stitches. And it also has a basic panel for the back. And this one would just be so fun to display in a cozy, spooky reading nook. The Jack-o'-lantern blanket by Repeat Crafted Me is also a great make. It uses the corner to corner technique, so you do need to be comfortable with reading a chart. It measures 28 inches by 32 inches, and this one's free on their website. And it would be perfect to make and snuggle under while watching a scary movie. And let me know what scary movie is your favorite in the comments below. I always love hearing recommendations of new movies to check out, and the more obscure the film, the better. All right, so now I'll share some accessories patterns. First is the Skull Bag by Lupara, and this is a pattern for Halloween or year-round, even if you're trying to give a little edge to your look. This one only requires basic stitches to make, and to create it you make 27 motifs and use 2 colors to create each motif, then join them all together, and then you create the straps and attach the D-ring, and it measures 11 inches wide by 10 inches tall once complete, and this one is a free pattern over on their website. Next is the Black Widow Scarf by William Alisa, and the special stitch required is a double crochet 3 cluster. It's a free pattern on their website, and the finished size is 65 inches long by 9 inches wide. I love how long this scarf is and the tassels on this pattern, and this would be a perfect layering piece on cooler evenings. Another pattern is the Spiderweb Newsboy Hat by Hooked by Katie, and this one is perfect for fall. It's worked from the center with some shaping and a soft brim that is attached to the hat, and the web is stitched on, and the graph provides the perfect way to attach it. It fits a 22-inch size adult head and is beginner friendly to make, and is a paid pattern over on the Lovecrafts website. Another great one is the Skull Trick or Treat Bag by Yarnspirations, and it's a free pattern on their website. It measures 6 inches in diameter by 6 inches high, and to create it you start with the bag, which is worked in the round, and then work the eyes and handle, and to finish it off you sew the eyes to the bag and embroider the mouth, the teeth, and cut a circle of cardboard to fit inside of the bottom of the bag to finish it off and give it a little bit of sturdiness. All right, now I'll share some clothing. First is the Batwing Summer Shorty by Katja L. It's a lovely oversized and airtight short batwing sleeve sweater with a spooky special motif on the back. It's created in 2 pieces and comes in an oversized medium large, but can also be adjusted to a smaller or bigger size. It's more intermediate level to make and is in English, French, and German, and it's a paid pattern over on the Lovecrafts website. I love that it's a light and airy sort of design and the perfect piece to put on top of bikinis or dresses and wear in Summerween. Next is the Night Flyer by Michelle Dunaire. This one is a paid pattern over on the Lovecrafts website and is rated advanced level to make. This is a gorgeous layering piece as well, and I really love the colors that they used on this one. Or make the Ghost Sweater by Seymar, and it's free on their website. To create it you work the panels, starting with the back panel, then the front, then add the ghost motif and create the sleeves, cuffs, and assemble the sweater all together by joining the panels at the shoulders and attaching the sleeves and side seams. Add the hem and the eyes, then block the sweater to finish it off, and this one is made to measure. You can also make these flared sleeves, and it's a paid pattern on their Etsy and is a statement piece that adds elegance and edge to any outfit. You can sport it over dresses, corsets, or even casual looks, and it has sizes extra small to 4XL. The special stitches are the foundation single crochet and treble 2 together, and it's more intermediate level to make, and I just love the open work with this one and the lacy effect that it has. Next is the Skulls and Combs sweater by Allison Crochet Land. It's a paid pattern on the Lovecrafts website and made to measure, so that does mean that you can adjust it to fit your specific size and body type. It's worked flat from the bottom up, and you can make it sleeveless, cropped, or with a short or long sleeves. And you can make the sleeves flared or cuffed as well. It's rated beginner level, but I would say it's a bit more intermediate level because of the motif and it being made to measure. This Ghost Vest by Craft Station is also a lovely pattern, and it's free on their website. To start it, you begin with the ribbing on the bottom, then work the back panel, front panel, and crochet the graphic ghosts. Add the straps and ribbing, then shape the neckline and armholes. And to finish it off, you add the side seams and attach the straps and sew ribbing pieces for the armholes and neckline. And this one's definitely more intermediate level as well because of the color work, and you also need to be able to make the ghost, so you have to follow a chart. But there's also a really helpful video tutorial, which is really nice. Now I'll share some aliens patterns. First is the Campfire Conspiracies by the ADHD Crocheter blanket, and to create it you work the overlay mosaic technique, and this one is a paid pattern over on their Etsy. The design features Bigfoot and an alien at a bonfire with the UFO parked in the background, and this one would be perfect to even create with glow in the dark yarn in my opinion, and snuggle under to read a scary novel. I also liked this alien granny square by Be Unique Boutique. It measures 5 inches wide and has basic stitches and definitely beginner friendly to make. It's worked in the round with the eyes worked and embroidered on to finish it off. And this one also has a helpful video tutorial to assist with every step of the way. Next is the Pocket Alien and UFO by Sweet Softies. For this pattern, there is a paid pattern as well as a free YouTube video tutorial, and it's a crochet along, and so there are 4 different videos to help with each element. It features a big and small alien, and they work up quite fast, and to create it you start with the alien base, work the lines, and then the UFO base, and add all the details. And this one would just be so fun to create and display in your home or as little ornaments on a Halloween tree. The Alien Pillow by Alpaca Designs is another fun one. It's a pretty comprehensive pattern with 10 pages of clear instructions and step-by-step photos. And this one is a paid pattern over on their Etsy, and I just love the big eyes and the little stars in the corners of them in this design. Next is the Alien Appliqué by Danny Joan, and this one uses basic stitches with a bit of invisible decreasing. It measures 12 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters and is worked in 9 rounds. Then you work 2 eyes, sew them on as well, and add the mouth to finish it off. And you could add this to a sweater or bag or anything you just want to give a little alien charm to. All right, now I'll share some Granny Squares and Appliqué patterns. First is the Frankenstein Square by Cindy B, and it is a paid pattern and uses the overlay mosaic technique. It's more intermediate level to make and has a color chart and measures 13.5 by 13 inches if you use worsted weight yarn. And these squares are really nice for creating blankets, pillows, bags, and more. And if you need ideas on what to do with your squares, then definitely check out my Granny Squares crochet project video after this one. Next is the Voodoo Daddy Square by Cindy B, and it uses the overlay mosaic technique too, and so it'd be perfect to create with the other square and use it together in a project. And I love the beads and stones that they added here, and it would just be so fun to play around with for this design. Another one is the Skull Charms by Rajaswari Singh, and it uses the stacked single crochet to make, and there are a lot of helpful pictures to guide every step of the way with this one. It's a free pattern on their website and would be easy to quickly whip up and use it for a bunch of different things. I also loved the Zombie Mouse by Danny West, and it only uses basic stitches to make, so it's more beginner friendly. It's a free pattern on Ravelry and has a YouTube video tutorial, which is really helpful if you're more visual. It measures 11 centimeters, and I loved all the little embroidered embellishments on this one. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this roundup, and let me know in the comments below by leaving a jack-o'-lantern if you enjoyed it. Also, let me know any other sort of spooky patterns that you might like to see. I had a lot of fun with creating this roundup, and I saw a lot of other patterns that didn't make this list, so let me know if you'd like to see some more or if you'd like to see another specific theme, and I'll definitely make sure to do more roundups like this. Well, let me know, and thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me in the next one.